Hey everybody, this is Eric with the Drum Addict, back with another episode of the Backbeat. Today I have my friend Joey Girome joining me. We've been trying to do this for a while. Joey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How
Good,
you doing,
good. Well,
Eric?
I'm good. Thanks for hanging out with me today, man.
Oh, no problem.
It's gonna be fun. Well, we've been connected via YouTube and Facebook probably for a couple years now, and so I'm glad we finally get to meet and talk, even if it's virtually.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So now, so you have been playing. You play drums. You do other stuff too that we'll talk about. But talk to me about your playing the drums. What made you want to play drums? What got you started?
Well, I was going to church with my parents growing up, and I was in the Christian Academy, and well, I first started playing guitar at first. Then I was getting like free guitar lessons from the my art teacher at the time. So I think I got to like the third string, and then I'm like, it just hurt my fingertips. I'm like, I can't do this, and going to church now. I kept watching a drummer. I'm like, I want to do that. So my parents didn't really care for that, but my my dad's dad, my grandfather, he bought me. Well, actually, he didn't buy me a kit. It was my cousin's old kit from his band. So like two kits put together and two bass drums, a snare, a couple right toms, and one 14-inch floor tom. Interesting kit.
Yeah, I had a kit like that where it was two different kits, and I kind of combined them for one
Oh
monster
yeah.
kit. Well, that's pretty cool. So you got your first drum set, and then in those early days, were there any drummers you were listening to that really influenced you, or
Well, I can like a lot of Metallica, like Lars a lot. Um, him, Tommy Lee, um, Chad Smith, um, my dad. He introduced me to Led Zeppelin on record, and it's this really crazy beat that I still can't figure it out. He's like, "Oh, try that." I'm like, yeah, okay." Someday, I'm still working on it.
I understand that. I have lots of things that I'm that I'm like that about. That's really hard. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Totally understand. That's fantastic. Now, how long ago was this, Joey?
Uh, wow, first got my first kit I've ever gotten was 13 years old. Other than that, before then I was playing on pots and pans, buttered dishes, those big 1 gallon ice cream dishes, all plastic, and drumsticks, pencils.
Yeah, whatever, anything you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Right. That would make a percussive sound. I still do that. I don't do the pots and pans anymore because as an adult I realize how obnoxious that would be to my wife. But I do drum all the time on the steering wheel. And she'll be like, man, when people pull up next to us at a stoplight, I wonder what they think. I'm like, I wonder that too. What are they thinking? So,
Yeah.
you started playing, you had some influences. You said, Lars and, did you say Tommy Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And
a
then
little
Chad Smith. Yeah. All
bit.
solid players. Um, and, what, what, what made you start, your YouTube channel?
I think it's just, well, I love back at some of my very first video done. I'm like, that was me. I'm like, I just made a video up and just like jamming out and freestyling it and just start from there. Then I was like, oh, I got a camera and got a real good camera, and so I just used that, which is on my iPhone, and I bought some adapter for the microphone to pick it all up. Um, and I sold that because I got a GoPro camera, which funny story. I had my drum set not facing this way. I had it facing towards the wall. I went to someone's face from the kick drum and knocking things off the walls. So I had a Harvard drum head, not drum head, but the drum shell for my bass drum. To cut it down, I like to have a shallow kick drum, and so I used it as a drumstick holder, and then mounted my GoPro camera on there, and I was just jamming out, playing some songs, and then fell off the wall. And it didn't dawn on me until like the day after. I went down here, and I was like, where'd my camera go? And I saw it on the floor. So I picked up and put it up there, and I pressed record to make sure I got it in the right spot. And I put it down, played it back. I'm like, why is the screen all fuzzy? Yeah, my whole lens was cracked.
Oh no.
So, so now I don't have a camera.
Oh, that's awful. Like camera gear is one of the most frustrating things to lose
Yeah.
when you're making videos, especially. Oh man, that stinks. Oh, gosh. So have you replaced it yet, or you still don't have a camera?
I still don't have one.
Oh man.
And money's kind of tight, so it's just,
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Gotcha. Well, in all honesty, like these bad boys film pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, um, I'm always impressed, and I've had the GoPros because we had a small media business before we moved to North Carolina, and so I had some equipment. But I was like, if I didn't, I would spend just buy a little thing for that, and that's what I would be using for sure because it
Oh,
does a really good job. And if a lot of guys, I think, are doing that, or at least as a second camera or something. They've got
yeah.
their phone or an iPad, set up over there. That's pretty cool. Well, what does your setup look like now? What are you playing, Joey?
I play in my I got a set of PDPs, the CX series.
Okay, nice.
It's got the big bass drum. It was 24 by 18 when I got it, but I cut it down to 14.
Okay,
I played in story behind that is that I went to a Christian Academy, went to two of them. The last one I was in, the pastor, and he's a principal and drummer. He had a nice, like a old, um, I forgot what it's called. It's Slingerland, I think it
okay.
was, like a gas kit. And that bass drum just, wow, it's so big. I was just like, oh, that thing is nice. I just got hooked on the bigger kicks, and I got this kit. It's got the, right now I got my timer here. It's the 12 by 9 and my pick. At 2 4 pounds, which I don't use the other one. It's just a 14 inch. So sometimes if I get tired of hitting the 12, I'll put the 14 on the stand, and I get my 16th floor tom. Then I got a nice DW, um, it's a black nickel over brass there, the six
Nice.
and a half
Yeah,
by
very pretty.
14. Then the cymbals are Pleistocene.
Okay, nice.
I got that Pleistocene 2000s, and my hi-hats are, I believe, the big beats. They're 15 inch.
Oh,
They got
15 inch,
20,
good deal.
yeah. And I got the 18 and 20 inch Place 2000s, and my ride is a 20 inch PSP 7. And I got the
Nice.
China, I got the China too, which I've put it on my room because I'm like, we don't need it right now, and plus it's cracked.
Yeah, that'll affect it.
Yep.
That's awesome. What about sticks? I know we both sampled from a couple different companies uh, around the same time. Are you still? So we both looked at Scorpion Percussion. Their sticks.
Oh yeah.
Are you still playing them?
Not as much, honestly. I the last pair I got from them was they gave me the ball tip ones because they're all the acorn tip, which I absolutely love. So and I'm like, and but I play like heavy stuff sometimes, and those ball tips are just too much. Like I need
Gotcha.
this ache. So I've been switching between Bigfoot and Vader right now. So I actually got a nice pair, which it's like soft and stuff. It's like they're Bigfoot, the Vaders, is super maples or jazz
Okay.
maples. Those are really light and they're beautiful.
Now the super is that are they longer than 16 inches? Then is that what makes them like the super or
I think so.
okay? Gotcha. I know I tried some of the 5AX from Scorpion, and they're like 17 inches, and they
Oh yeah.
slap. I mean, there's something about that
Oh
extra
yeah.
length on that stick. I mean, you don't even have to like hit hard, and they just come down with more force. And I think they make great stuff. I tried a pair of 7As for something else, and I was like, I think these are really heavy. Like they're, I think I found that it's a heavier stick. I don't know if it's the type of hickory they use, but those 7As play more like a normal 5A to me.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah, try them.
but I love the Venom grip. That's my favorite. I have dry hands, and so those grips really help me hang on to the sticks. And then instead of that, I've been trying some Zildjians out now because I needed something smaller for the gigs that I'm doing. But um, and then I was like, oh, well, I'm going to try their 5As, which is normally what I use in the studio with the drum covers. So we're testing those out to see how those work. But I love the look and everything of the Scorpion stuff, and they're really seem pretty cool dudes over there.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried out? I just tried a pair not too long ago by a brand new company called Woody's Drumsticks. Have you heard? Have you seen them or heard about them?
I've seen advertisements and I'm like, got me thinking, I'm like, I don't know if I want to try another stick or not, and with money being tight and all, and I'm like, I'm okay for a while.
Yeah, it's if you need sticks, they're right now they just have the one style, which kind of feel I think to me like a 5B, but they're really heavy. Like the dude that started them up is used to play punk rock music and stuff, so he designed them like to play heavy to to crash or to ride on the crashes really well, and they seem really
Wow.
strong and super durable, so they're worth checking out. This is not a paid advertisement. It is not. But that's cool, dude. So you're kind of landed right now at Vader playing their sticks.
Uh, Pretty much. I've been finding out like I tried to dig first for a while, and I just do Vader actually lasts longer. So I still get the Scorpion Crush ones. I actually have I'm like, I had the ball tip ones, but
Okay,
I kind of just use those just for I use the handle part, and I just, give that nice out, the inhaling snare hit,
gotcha.
I love that. Just, bam.
Nice. Yeah. I know there's a couple guys that play like that with the back end of the stick. And I was like, that's wild. Like I've never done it, and when I've tried it, my brain can't get over holding the narrower end of the stick. It just feels
Oh,
fine to
yeah.
me. Um, but I know, yeah, I mean, it works great. Getting that real strong slap out of that snare drum. So talk to me about music you enjoy playing with now. What's on the Joey Girome playlist?
Okay. Pretty much anything that's easy.
I get that. Yeah,
I've been finding out like a lot. Like I've been like really like getting to like rock and bluesy stuff.
nice.
Like that's like I feel comfortable playing that stuff. Like Billy Gibbons and ZZ Top, they're still good. Oh, it's Kit
Nice.
Kat.
Nice. Now you had mentioned church too. Do you play at church or
I used to, but I've had like a couple people come up to me and, oh, don't you miss playing drums here? And I'm like, I do, but I just, it's a crazy season. It's like really hard to get up and be at church by a certain time. With my wife's a full-time caregiver for her sister. It's the amputee wheelchair. So then our daughter's has autism, so we have our hands pretty much full.
yeah, you got more important stuff on your plate than having to do drums. I get that, and different seasons of life are like that. You
Yeah,
know, there was a season probably where you were playing more. Now you have this different season, and then down the road there'll be another season. Probably of doing it more as your daughter grows up and all that stuff. But that's cool. And I think too a lot of it, like I mean, I know for me, like the churches that I've played at, all very different experiences.
yeah,
It's not just playing in church is like this. It's so much of it depends on the people you're working with and kind of
yeah.
the tone of the church. So let's talk real quick about well, not real quick. We're not in a rush. Um but you did talk about how you started playing the guitar and then you were like, well, hold on a minute, I want to do what that cool guy's doing up there on the drum kit.
Yeah.
But you still play guitar and you've even started like building guitars, right?
Not building up from scratch, as um a lot of luthiers do. Like I get kits and build the kits. I can put my
Okay,
own DNA into it, like painting and clear coating and all the electrical stuff and setting them up.
nice. Well, yeah, that's your finishes look awesome too. You share them on Facebook, and I'm always like, gosh, that looks really cool. So we might have to have another conversation off the books about how you're getting those killer finishes. so
Thank you.
so you put all the electronics in them, all the hardware. You put all that on. Do the finish it, or you probably do the finish first, I guess.
Yeah.
And then what made you want to do that?
Well, I started when years ago I took a Strat and I finished that and I made like a purple guitar and I don't know how I did it, but I think I just I painted it and then I'm like I gotta do something different, you know. So I took a brush, did some paint, but not all like a lot of paint, just like some, just so it's tacky, and just went over the whole guitar and give it a cool texture look to it.
Nice.
And that's what started that. I bought a guitar kit, my very first one, which was a Les Paul, and I'll miss guitars, but the electricals on that, uh, you got two volumes, two tones, three-way switch. You have to run all these wires from point A down to point B.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That. I just take it for granted when I'm working with a guitar player. I'm like, cool. I like how those knobs do their thing. You forget it's easy to forget that somebody has to install all that until you start doing it.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you find it to be relaxing?
I, as far as doing the kits, I prefer doing that than refinishing a guitar because I
Okay.
get to do all the work and set it all up. And if I look at it, I'm like, I did that.
Right. That's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
I think you said that about one of your videos too. You were like, that was me. Like, it's cool to see because like you put in all the work and then to kind of step back and see it subjectively, instead of just being in it, you're seeing it and go, oh man, all that work is paying off. Like, that was pretty good. That's such a good feeling. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be um, continuing to do that. Now, are you selling these guitars that you're assembling and finishing, or are you just building your own collection?
Well, I'm just pretty building my own right now.
Nice. Very cool. I wanted to keep all the snare drums that I started building, but alas, it made more sense for me to sell them. But now they have good homes, and I still have a couple, so that's good. what One of the ones that I have, I brought it to a shop in town, and they were real excited, and they set it in their window and let people play it, which is fine. And then I went to pick it up several months later because I wanted to switch out and put it at a different shop, and it had sun faded really bad, like where they had just
Oh
left it
wow.
in the window. So I was like, well, oh well, I can't sell it. I guess I'm playing it. It's mine now. So Loretta was like, I see what's happening. You wanted to build drums so you could have more drums. It's like, no, that's not what I was doing. Um, so good deal. So what when you're not, and I know you said you're in a different season of your life now, really like hot and heavy into the parenting, thing, which requires a lot of attention and a lot of time. So outside of drums and guitar, like what other stuff are you into? What other things do you enjoy doing in your time in your free time?
Well, I get to spend more time with my wife because she when my daughters are she's at school at kindergarten and her sister goes to a program which is like right here in town, which is really good. So she's gone from most of the day. So I get to spend more time with my wife and we like to work on Legos together and when I'm not doing that, doing like chores and laundry and all that stuff. And I'm working right now. I'm working on our family room, which is just outside the store. Well, I'm not working on that right now. I'm working on the storage part. We have so much stuff, not all mine.
So you're pretty handyman, pretty big handyman there.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I've done like a few things like um we have work at the house. We had a double tub sink in our kitchen. I took that out and put just one big area one and the faucet. I did all the outlets and cleaned those out. A couple times, wherever. Oh, that was
and
pretty good.
and that's why I'm afraid to do any work on electric stuff at all. Ah,
No, I haven't got zipped yet. Yet is keyword.
right. Yeah, there's a first time for everything. Well, definitely do try to avoid that. I bet it
Oh yeah.
sucks. But do you ever tease your wife like when you work on that something electric and do that? And it's just like, ah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
I
love
did it
that.
one time. Oh yeah. Just I came in from the garage. I don't know what I had, but I had like something. Oh, I had like a floodlight. 'Cause we had a floodlight outside of our house, and we have a um different colors for different seasons and holidays. Well, I got shot, and I was messing around with it, and I took the floodlight with the cord, and the cord's not even long enough. So and I had the screwdriver, so I'm like cleaning it, and I'm like, I got a bright idea. Let's go scare the wife. I went in the house, in the garage. I'm like, waiting for her to look at me and say, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, geez, are you little?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I mean, I'm sure she didn't think it was funny at the moment, but I think it's hilarious. That's fantastic. So, dude, tell me, what? Well, I got two questions. Number one, what? What's coming down the road for you? What does the future look like for you in any way, shape, or form? Whether it's drums or guitars or none of that. What's going on with Joey?
Um, well, I've been working out with like been mucking around with my own like guitar riffs, and so I've been trying to work on like getting my own music going.
Like
So it's
you're writing stuff.
I have probably up to like 10 songs written, but I don't have
Nice.
the voice for singing, so I'll probably just like be like Joe Satriani, you just play guitar, you know, and I'll put my own drums to it.
Yeah, dude, that's sweet. I wish I could do. I wish I had that ability. That would be pretty rad. I love it. Well, hopefully we'll get to hear some of it one day.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's awesome. Well, dude, what advice would you give somebody just starting out on their instrument?
I was just telling them to keep at it and never give up. They'll all come together with patience and perseverance.
That's good. I think we live in a like an instant mentality society.
Yeah.
Mentality, not mentality. I don't know my words. Um, but like where people are like, "Oh, I want to be a rock star," but like they don't want to put in the work Like they want to buy a drum set or a guitar or whatever, and then be great at it the next day, and they don't see all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into, when they see their favorite musician doing what they do. They didn't see all the work that went to being that good. Yeah, that's good. Perseverance. Yeah, man. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Well, let's see. What else can I ask you, Joey? I think I asked you all my questions. And then a couple ones that usually, like, just as the conversation goes, like, I'll think of something that is unique to you, and ask you. So I think we covered all that. And then great advice. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Um,
It's okay if not. No pressure.
can't really think.
No worries.
Yeah.
That's all right. I think your advice was perfect. So what I'll do is I'll close this out. I'll invite people to come and subscribe to your channel, and then you have you have a Facebook that's it's your woodworking stuff, right?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got drummer Joey, my drummer Joe's wood shop, and I got my guitar kit restoration thing.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'll do is see if I can remember it. Well, what we'll do is I'll put links to it. I'll mention it, and then I'll put links in the description. I'll have you send them to me. Well, I can find them. They're all on. I know how to get to all your stuff because I follow it. I'm pretty sure I follow all of it. All right, cool.
I don't know how to get to it.
The older I get, the more true that becomes. Like, I'll call my daughter. She's 27. I'll be like, "Hey, sweetie, my phone doesn't work right. What do I need to do?" And she's like, "Oh, you can swipe this, double click." Oh, okay, that's good.
It's pretty bad. My 5-year-old daughter does it through her grandmother comes over. How do you do this? And she's,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, totally different. We didn't have that stuff growing up.
Yeah, she comes home from school. She's talking about like some baby.com. I'm like, look, where do you get these things? Oh, from baby.com. I never heard that.
Totally different world.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. So, okay, I'll lead us into our outro. And so I'm going to revisit your last question. Yeah. So I do think that perseverance is the most important thing that you can have learning an instrument, really just taking the time to do the woodshed thing and get good at it. Well, you guys, if you haven't already, head over to Joey's YouTube page, subscribe. He's got several pages over on the Facebook for his drumming, for his woodworking, and his guitar restoration stuff. I'll put all the links in the description below, so be sure that you guys check that out. Joey's a super cool guy. You'll be glad you followed him. You'll even learn something. Joey, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, Eric. It's good to be here.
It was a blast and way overdue.
Oh, yeah. Why certainly.
Yeah. All right, you guys, again, go check out Joey Girome. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.